People who never post their photos have this rare trait. There is a strange kind of silence in a world that worships noise, a rare kind of invisibility that is not accidental, but chosen. And the people who never post their photos online carry a trait so uncommon that most never recognize it. A trait rooted not in shyness nor insecurity, but in a level of inner mastery that modern society cannot understand. We live in an age where faces have become currency, where people trade authenticity for validation, and every smile is filtered, curated, engineered to impress. But there is a small group, a quiet minority, who step back from this performance, not because they have nothing to show, but because they have nothing to prove. This rare trait is not loud. It does not scream for attention. It is not hungry for the approval of strangers. It is something far more powerful. They have detached from the illusion of image. We were warned long ago by those who studied the nature of the mind and the frailty of human admiration that nothing enslaves a person more than needing to be seen. Epictetus observed, "When someone is properly grounded, they no longer crave the admiration of men." And that is exactly what these people embody, an inner grounding so stable that external applause feels irrelevant. We forget how exhausting it is to constantly present a version of ourselves, how draining it is to maintain a mask, how hollow it feels when every moment becomes a performance. But those who never post their photos know something different. They understand that identity is not supposed to be a spectacle. It is something internal, alive, growing, sacred. And this is why their absence feels louder than other people's presence, because it hints at a kind of inner clarity the rest of us lost somewhere along the way. They know the power of remaining unseen. People fear being forgotten. People fear being overlooked. People fear being invisible to the world. Yet these individuals embrace it with an almost spiritual calmness, not because they reject human connection, but because they refuse to be defined by a digital reflection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "To be calm is the highest achievement of the self." And calmness is exactly what they protect. By not chasing attention, they protect their energy. By not showing their face, they preserve their privacy. By not seeking validation, they strengthen their independence. They understand that mystery is not weakness, it is power. A power rooted in restraint, in self-command, in emotional discipline. In a world addicted to exposure, they choose the ancient virtue few can practice, self-control. They value depth over display. Look closely and you will see it. These people observe more than they speak. They think more than they reveal. They feel deeply, yet selectively. Their silence is not emptiness, it is concentration. Researchers of human behavior have found a consistent pattern in individuals who avoid frequent self-display. They score higher in introspective thinking, independence, and emotional regulation. It is not that they don't want to be seen, it is that they refuse to be reduced. Because once your image belongs to the world, so does your identity, so does your confidence, so does your sense of worth. And this is the chain they refuse to wear. Their rarity is in their resistance. In a noisy age, restraint is rebellion. In a world obsessed with visibility, disappearing is a form of strength. We, those who walk this quieter path, carry the same rare trait, a refusal to be defined by external eyes, a commitment to build an inner world that remains untouched by judgment and applause. We seek mastery over the only thing that truly belongs to us, our mind. And in that hidden territory, far from the spotlight, far from the expectations of the crowd, we find a strength that no camera can capture and no audience can validate. Because real power didn't need to be posted, real confidence didn't need to be seen, real stability didn't need to be liked, it needed only to be lived. If it reminded you of the strength you've been hiding from yourself, then stay with us. Because here, we don't chase attention, we chase evolution. Subscribe to the channel, join this quiet circle of thinkers, and step further into the kind of mindset that cannot be shaken by noise, people, or the world itself.